here.
Food.
Right.
Did anybody bring food if you don't have here?
Specifically what kind? There's a special food, it's white.
Bread.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Sleeping bag?
Matches.
Okay. Not this year. Fire bags.
Okay.
But maybe. You have to light your
Little asterisks, maybe.
Look at you, red forest fires. What about this?
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so guitar can also belong here.
Fishing rod.
Fishing rod. Swimsuit.
Clothes.
Important. Or
Depends.
how long you're going.
Depends where you're going camping.
Okay, but you can see these are two very different ways that words are connected together. Lexical set, these are all sort of equal. These ones are not that equal. Like the word marshmallow, probably not a really important word to learn in general in the English language. But if you're going camping, is it important?
Yes.
Yes, right? Just like tinsel is something that you might teach your students if you're talking about Christmas time. Because these words here are likely to co-occur, and that co-occurrence is what makes them memorable and helps the students organize them in chunks. So this is called the lexical field. Okay, so take a minute. This time I'm going to ask Angela and Shauna to switch. Okay, so there's a theme that connects these, which is called a superordinate. What is the theme here? And what is the theme here? Okay, so what you're going to do in your groups is you're going to choose two themes, a lexical set and a lexical field, but you're going to keep the theme a secret. And the other table is going to have to guess your theme based on how, if they're all really closely connected and co-occur, you should be able to guess the theme. So one lexical set and one lexical field. You have 2 minutes. Go.
It's true now. Lots. That's very true. Oh, you can. Sorry.
Temple ones.
Never even heard of that one. Oh, my friend's working on that.
Are there any women in there?
I'm so academic.
I know, I'm thinking about it all the time.
I don't
What's your? That's like a distractor. It's something that you might see, but it's not something that you would need to be in order to like yeah. This is an accessible, not part of the physical space. That depends what your focus is. All right, thank you.
Okay, so it's probably enough.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Do you have a field and a set?
Yeah.
That was easy. all of these exit to be same class. Are there any actions or any adjectives or verbs that would be really likely to go through? Sorry, the adjective. They would begin with
That's what I was wondering, like, do they have to be the same?
But they're not equal length.
No,
Yeah.
same thing.
So same thing, right? Like this might not be necessary.
Yeah, if you're trying to.
Whereas, and this might not be necessary.
Even if you're European,
they're not.
then it
I would say
because in European, it's definitely part of the writing.
Presentation is just
So you're not
skewed
talking
away from
literal.
this. No. I mean, it's not, you can narrow it or expand it, right? That's I don't think this is wrong. Like lecture.
You can add something,
Really?
because I want to get that.
Okay, let's share what we've got. Do you guys want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, don't say if it's a set or a field, and don't tell us your theme. These guys have to guess.
Apples, bananas, oranges, kiwis, strawberries, blueberries, mango.
Fruit! Is it a set or a field?
Set.
Okay. Next.
Peers, teacher, desk, chair, whiteboard, textbook, backpack, schedule, clock, presentation, computer, fan, learn, teach, study.
Classroom. Okay. And okay, easy. The other one. Okay. Let's read yours.
Okay. Batman, Deadpool, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Storm.
Marvel comics.
Okay, is that a set or a field?
Okay. Vaccines, passports, suitcase, map, currency.
Lily's life. Recently.
Forced.
Okay, but you can see that it would be helpful to present words in this way. And if you don't have a textbook and you're trying to decide what to teach, you can choose one of these ways, and it helps students sort of categorize words along with what they already know. It was pointed out that all of these are nouns, and often the lexical field will be organized around them, the same class, but they don't have to be. I could add to fish or to light a fire or other big expressions. Sing along the campfire, things like that, sing along.
Yeah, yours has verbs and nouns in it.
Yes.
Which is good.
Okay, can I erase this? Okay, so we're talking about basically ways that words are connected. What are some other ways that you can think of that you could teach words or vocabulary to your class?
Opposites.
What do we call those? What else?
Specific definitions,
Okay.
short and clear.
Okay. So these are related, right, to giving definitions. Synonyms, I see lots of teachers giving synonyms as examples. What about antonyms? How many of you teach vocabulary using antonyms? Sometimes. Let's just look at these three as an example. Tell the person beside you the opposite of these words. Okay, easy? Okay, what's the opposite of dry? What's the opposite of thick? What's the opposite of strong? What's the opposite of a dry wine? Sweet. What's the opposite of a thick person? Like idiomatic.
Oh, intelligent.
Maybe it's intelligent, right? What about a strong cigarette? Light or mild. So antonyms actually can lead students towards making wrong associations between words. Synonyms, if they're closely related, are a really good way to help elucidate the meaning. Antonyms, be careful, make sure that there's a context.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't make sense. Okay. Can I erase this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to come up with two sentences. Two sentences at your table that use the word hold. Two sentences at your table that use the word hold.
The immigration officer?
It doesn't have to be present tense.
My mother taught me to hold the cup with two hands.
But that's different.
But it's still weird hold.
Yeah, but I was wondering. Because you can have it as well.
I think that might be the word.
Yeah, that's right. But that was a whole now. Yeah.
But like the main meaning of the word hold, that is the verb, right? Well, I guess
Both.
contextually, be whatever we want it to be.
That's kind of set expression.
Okay, what are yours?
Get a hold of yourself.
You said my mother. I was told.
Sure, and the next one?
I held the steering wheel with white knuckles.
Sorry.
What have you guys got?
I was put on hold by the immigration officer.
Immigration, I can't spell. Immigrant officer, that's what I put, guys.
It's late.
It just autocorrect.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more?
I was told to hold my cup with both hands.
By my mother. I was told by my mother. By my mother.
Okay, and maybe like type of sentences.
Preacher.
Does anybody know what it's called when vocabulary is presented in this way? This is one of the level 2 test questions. Like, says the Z.
What starts with a C? I can't remember the rest of the word.
Classification.
Or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Concordance.
Okay.
That was buried in there.
Basically, Google functions like in concordance. You can get, if your students are interested in what a word means or the different ways that it can be that it's commonly used. I mean, Google gives you some very strange suggested sentences, but that's the same idea, right? You see the word in different contexts. And a concordance is you can basically pay for the access to software that will do this for you, or you can come up with these on your own. You can see that there are very many different ways that we use this word, but there is a core meaning. And when we're explaining the meaning of words, we have to pay attention to the context, but also what the core meaning is. As Michelle said, keep it simple and clear. So try your best. What is the core meaning of hold based on all of these examples? With words. I like the gesture.
With hands.
Okay, this is definitely it, but how would you describe this?
To keep something in one place. Without moving. To not let go of something.
To grip? No. Can't grip a meaning. Means hold.
Take responsibility for.
That's a little bit more complex than the actual
Yeah.
word itself, right? Maybe can we think of two words that could describe the core meanings here? part of this. What else? Keep. Right? So when you're explaining things, it's important to sort of take a minute and say, okay, I know exactly what this means in this context, but there are a lot of different meanings that words have, and it's going to trip students up if we don't sort of stop and think about what the core meaning is and try and simplify our definitions if we can. So we're going to take two words that are very, very common in English. Your word is run. Your word is take. Please create a concordance with both. Do you need paper?
Like not one deadline.
You don't really take showers
You don't have to just whatever sentences you can think of, and then from there you determine that.
Run around.
especially as I don't need to push it to, I wouldn't say to the showers. Took a shower.
Took out the trash.
Seconds.
And we need the meeting as well, and this is just.
I'll take some showers.
I run.
Well, give me a sentence, Michelle.
I don't know. I can't think. I can't even spell. Did you say that?
That was fun.
Two times.
What's your take?
Yeah, ready?
Politics.
Okay. Let's just hear your concordance and see if we can kind of identify the core meaning.
I run fast. He ran away. He ran the meeting. We ran out of time. The car was running. I went on a run. Run. I have a runny nose. I need to run around. The team was in the running. I ran into her.
What do you guys think?
That's a really good.
Yeah,
concordance.
good job.
Yeah, nice. Well, I'm impressed. That's what I think.
Core meaning, like move.
Move. Definitely comes to mind, or facilitate.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear yours.
What's your take on politics? I took a shower. I took up yoga. I took the train. I took out the trash. Take off your clothes. I'll take you shopping. Okay. And last combination.
To do?
They're not related.
So we do.
To do? Okay, so just to summarize, what we've looked at today are all different ways of classifying or organizing vocabulary. The more chunked the vocabulary is, we look at idioms, we look at sets, we bring all the compounds or expressions, words that go together. The more that we make this organizational principle clear to the student, the easier it is for them to organize, to classify what they're learning and to put that in with what they already know, which is our goal, right? We want them to be able to identify the bigger piece so that they can speak, read, listen, and write faster. Okay. Very last thing, with the people beside you, one aha moment and one arg moment. This can be from your teaching experience, vocabulary teaching, or from anything that you learned today. Tell the people at your table one thing that was like, aha, something I realized, and one thing, I had this experience, or etc. I hate lexical fields and lexical sets. Just one quick thing before we go.
Well, I guess the hard is, well, I love to shop vocabulary. And I do.
Oh.
I guess not really derivative, but
It's a good way to help them differentiate between like what's grammatical and what's connected to meaning. The frustrating thing that I experienced while switching software was getting them to make word families. They just attach suffixes on everything. It was really hard to figure out